Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today I am doing a Make It March video. So as you see in the title, I am making a tuna pot pie. So Make It March is a brainchild of Lisa over at SuttonsDaze. She's put this whole collaboration together for us. There's a bunch of us amazing creators that I'm so honored to be involved with this whole group of women that are putting this together for March. Every day in March, you're gonna get some way to use your home canned pantry item, whether it be jam, jelly, vegetables, meats, fruit pie, the butters, anything that you can put in a jar. We're gonna show you how to use it. So today, I'm gonna be doing a tuna pot pie, one of my very favorite items to make. And all the channels that are involved in this collaboration are down in the description box. And again, Lisa is going to do a live at the end of the month, and there's going to be 3 random picker draws. So leave a comment in everybody's videos to get entered. If somebody else has got a video out there that says Make It March, unless you see that canning jar logo, Make It March, with 4 jars in there. 4 Jars is also a sponsor. So 4 Jars is a sponsor of these canning videos or this canning collaboration. They're gonna give out 2 gift baskets. Lisa's giving out another 23-quart Presto canner. Go, Lisa. Anyway, so she's already uploaded her first video yesterday, and here I am today. I'm bringing you easy peasy tuna casserole. Basically, you should have everything you need. It requires home canned tuna. Could you do this with store-bought can? Of course. You're gonna need 2 cans of that. I love a lot of tuna in it, and this is a big pie plate. I'm using a disposable because I'm gonna take the rest to work with me. Okay, so a 1 pint jar of tuna. If you do a half pint, shrink your pie. Cream and mushroom soup, and I'm gonna take a judgment call on whether I need 2 cans or 1. A package of veg-all, which is just mixed vegetables, frozen. You could use canned, you could use freeze-dried, and I almost did that. You could use dehydrated and just refresh them. And 1 egg for the egg wash. I'm using ready-made pie crust, because why? Because it's after work and I'm tired, and I have these and I don't want them to go to waste. My oven is preheating to 375. Come on in, let's do this. It's so easy. My oven just booped at me. Beep, beep. Anyway, first thing I'm gonna do, and this was from 2021, and I believe I did a video on this. Nice seal, look at that. Nice. So I'm gonna drain off the broth, and this tuna, you're raw packing it, so it makes its own broth, just like any other product. I'm just gonna drain off most of that. Now, you could make your own roux for this application. I'm not gonna do that. If you have a kitty cat or a dog, they would love this on their kibble. I'm just gonna tell you. So then, again, because it's raw packed tuna, it is going to be like in the jar. So we're gonna get in here with a spatula that won't hurt my jar and pull it out. And this is albacore tuna that was fresh off the coast up here in Washington State. Oh my gosh. Actually, it was down in, I'm right next door to Oregon, so it was Oregon. So anyways, and then I'm gonna break up some of this tuna. But I like my pot pie very meaty. I don't want to go, what kind of pot pie is this? Whether it's chicken, and you can do this with chicken. You could do this with, honestly, you could do this with beef, chicken, venison, any kind of meat you might. So because it's raw packed, you're going to have this on the jar. And I'm just going to tell you, if you soak this with half a teaspoon of baking soda, just a squirt of Dawn dish soap, like 3 drops, and water, in a half hour, it will rinse out, pretty much wipe out, just clean as a whistle. So, and maybe even a little bit of vinegar. So I don't mind having big chunks, but I don't want them giant. So I'm gonna break them up a little bit. You can get in here with your hands, but I did burn my thumb pretty good, so I'm not gonna get in there today. Okay, so that's how easy that is. Can you guys see okay? Let's get you down there. Okay, I think you can see. And then we're gonna open our vegetables. And what happened to my scissors? Okay. Because we want some veg in here. I want a pretty lofty, healthy pie. So just mixed vegetables, yum, right? And this was a 12-ounce package. And then I can tell you I'm probably gonna need 2 of these cans of cream of mushroom. Now you could do cream of celery and cream of mushroom, but I'm gonna do cream of mushroom. I typically will put mushrooms in here as well, but because we've got all this veg, I'm just gonna use the soup. And if you are against cream of mushroom soup, then make your roux and you do you, right? Sorry, I'm a lefty, so you're gonna see the backside of that for this. And how easy is this? And I'm just gonna tell you, everybody loves this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And it's economical. So the soup, if you get it on sale, you can usually, now I don't know about now, but the past couple of years, I've been able to get this on sale for about 79 cents a can, and I just buy a whole case of it at a time. And then I have it whenever I need it. But if you get it on sale, let's say it's even $1 a can, on sale. That's still a pretty good bargain. And a bag of veggies, another $1.50 or $2, and then your tuna. And I would normally make my own pie crust, but I already had this pie crust sitting there waiting for something, and I don't want it to go bad because it will go bad. So we want this kind of consistency, not too thick, not too thin. And those veggies are gonna put off a little bit more moisture in there. OMG, this is gonna be good. Okay, that's how simple. I need some pepper. I don't need salt. I do salt my tuna with a little bit of salt, and sometimes I flavor it, but the bigger pint jars, I don't put a lot of flavor in them because I don't want them, wouldn't want a jalapeno tuna pot pie, right? So I just want some black pepper in there. Okay, my filling is done. That's how fast and easy that goes. Set that aside. Here's my disposable pie plate, and we're gonna get this pie crust out, and hopefully we can just whip that up. Okay, make it March. How fun, right? You just gotta love it. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, roll out our pie crust. I'm gonna get this in the pie plate. I don't know, do you need to see this? I might do a little perfect rolly roll with the rolling pin, because that's a pretty big pie plate. So I want to make sure it's gonna fit. Just spread it out a little bit. You don't have to get too crazy. Okay, now I've got this all rolled out. I'm gonna fold it in half, bring my pie plate over here, right? And in we go. Yum. Okay, so in the comments, you guys, you're gonna be leaving comments in everybody's stuff. So in my comment section, have you ever made tuna pot pie or tried it? Because literally, it's one of those deals. It's, we all make tuna casserole, which is delicious. And I almost did a tuna tetrazzini for you. If you ever want to see that, let me know. But literally, have you ever made this for your family? They're going to thank you for it. Okay? And this is a weeknight. This is a weeknight meal. It's so easy. It comes together in a snap. And yeah. So like I said, I would use at least 2 cans of tuna, maybe even 3, because that was a 1 pint jar, so 16 ounces, give or take an ounce. Okay. And oh, it smells wonderful already. So smear that around. Set that aside. Smear. Now, if you wanted to add some cheese, which, you know what? I'm gonna add some cheese. Hold, please. I have smoked Gouda shredded up here. I'm adding cheese. What? Who adds cheese to their pot pie? Well, I do. Okay. I need to use that, so why not? We're gonna add it. It's not necessary for the recipe though. If you're really trying to stay frugal, that probably should be not in that recipe, because smoked Gouda is not necessarily a frugal item, but nonetheless, it's delicious. Okay, now we need to beat up our egg. Beat it like you mean it, right? Because we're gonna egg wash. And this is a farm fresh egg. My friend gets for me. I can't wait. I think I might be going to meet those chickens here soon. He's had them for a minute and I haven't met him yet. Okay. Clean up a little bit of my mess. Now we're gonna do the top pie crust. Okay, so leave that set over there. Get your top pie crust out. And like I said, you could make your own pie crust, but I was gonna make individual pot pies, but I'd be wasting a lot of this pie crust, and they're not cheap to buy anymore. So they're still pretty reasonable, but by no means is it, you know, nothing's a bargain, right? So make it March. I'm super excited. You guys are gonna learn how and see how all of us put together easy, some of these recipes too. I'm kind of privy to what might be coming your way. And I changed my mind like 3 times what I was gonna do. And then coming home after work really was a deciding factor. And I had an appointment after work, but I am in the mood for tuna pot pie, so there you go. Okay, now we're gonna bring our pie plate back over, right? Let's bring it back. Bring it back, bring it back. You're gonna wanna put this on a cookie sheet. Ooh, yeah. And I don't wanna miss out on any of this crust. So what I do is the top is gonna get tucked under. Tuck it all the way under, all the way around. You're gonna tuck it under that bottom crust. And yeah. And you can put, if you really are worried about it separating, which I'm not, because I'm gonna pinch this really good. You could put the egg wash in between those 2 layers, but we want it on top for sure. Kind of a frog in my throat this evening. Okay. There we go. It's almost done. We are almost there. So once you got it all tucked under, then you're gonna take thumb and crimp. If you wanna put a fork and crimp it down to the pie plate, that's totally up to you. How you want your pie to look. I'm just doing easy finger to thumb, scrunchy doodah. Can you see? Yeah. So it's a push against your thumb, push against your thumb. Okay. Now, oops, that one pinched and broke. Okay, so there's the pie, right? I'm gonna put a couple of vent holes because we don't want it to. Okay, vent holes are in. Now the egg wash and the oven is ready. It's going in the oven. I will time it, but you won't, and you typically will put a parchment paper over once this crust is kind of set. I will typically put a sheet of parchment over it, and so it doesn't brown too fast before the pie is hot and bubbly and all that good stuff, right? So make sure you get the whole pie crust inside out brushed with your egg wash. It's going to make it shiny. It tops a pie crust off. If you don't, your pie crust will be really dull and not very appetizing when you bring it to the table. Now, if you wanted to put some sea salt flakes on here, you could do that for a savory pie. Quite often I will, but I think I'm going to leave it alone. I think the tuna and everything has enough salt in it. We don't want to add too much sodium to the mix. Okay, if it was a sweet pie, I'd be sprinkling some, of course, sugar. So I'm going to get this is a pretty stable dish, but I'm going to put it onto a cookie sheet anyways. I'm going to get it in the oven. I'll be right back when it's all hot and bubbly. Okay, guys, the pot pie is out of the oven. It's had a chance to rest for about a half hour. This is going to go in a 400-degree oven it's a big pie, for about an hour and 15 minutes until you see everything bubbling up through the crust. I'm going to tell you, though, it looks a little cattywampus because I almost turned that pie upside down getting it in the oven because the oven racks were in a different spot because of bread baking. So don't judge me on this. We're going to cut into this. And it may be a little bit too soon. It might be not set up quite as much. If you do not have access to ready-made pie crust, or you don't want to make your own, this is on your grocery store shelf. It's cheap. It's like $1.20, maybe $1.30. This is good on your shelf. I bought this I probably bought this a year and a half ago. This is good till September 2023. So these usually check your expiration date. It's on the back. Easy peasy. All you do is add water and a little bit of oil. And you have pie crust, and you can do it that way. You don't have to have ready-made. You don't have to make your own. So I'm gonna bring you in. I'm cutting a piece of pie. Tuna pot pie. All right, with smoked Gouda. Yes, please. Okay, so we're gonna see how much I can mess up on this. I did cut a pie wedge out of this, and it's probably not set up enough, but you know what? I don't care. I'm still gonna eat it. Look at that. Tuna pot pie. Yeah, it's kind of coming out of the center, but that's okay. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And it smells amazing. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. You can't beat homemade pot pie, right? So let's just dig in. It's hot. Well, it's steamy hot. Yeah, it's really hot, and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn. Okay, let's do it. Ooh, so that cheese. Okay. OMG. Yes. Yes, please. Okay. That is delicious. So the bottom crust, it's trying to hold together here. I love it. Okay. Got a little bottom crust. Okay, it's hot. It's hot. The bottom crust got just as brown as that top crust. And you can leave it set, but I couldn't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Literally, tuna pot pie for the win. Make it March, let's do it. How easy was that recipe? I hope you wrote everything down. It was literally ingredients out of your pantry. And if you can, home canned tuna or home canned salmon or chicken or turkey, you can make this. Don't forget to comment to enter to win. Don't forget to come back for the next video tomorrow because it's going to be really delicious. All right, guys. Bye.